Hey, have you heard? The good folks from Farnham are giving away a gorgeous, decked-out Farnham 75th Anniversary John Deere Gator filled with $1,000 worth of Farnham Horse Care products. Visit www.farnham.com/75-giveaway to see the prizes and enter for a chance to win. Again, that is www.farnham.com/75-giveaway. Happy 75th anniversary, Farnham. Thank you for always being our partner in horse care.
This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is Season 4 of The Score. You all have listened to this podcast 750,000 times, and we are here in Season 4 to bring you even more of what you love.
Hey guys, it is Caitlin Gustav. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot believe that it's already the end of 2021. This episode that you're listening to is our last episode in Season 4 of The Short Score and The Score. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be our final wrap-up of the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale coverage. Also, we got to give another shout-out again if you didn't listen to the first part of the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale coverage. I give a shout out to my friend Carrie DeCastro, and yet again we're going to do that again right here because she was awesome and took on this load for me at the World Series finale and interviewed these winners. So thank you, Carrie. I hope you guys enjoy these interviews with Carrie and the champions from the 11.5 on down to the 8.5 on this episode. So on this episode, we're going to listen to the winners of the 11.5 Priefert Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions. That's Joshua Comeaux and Rickey DeCuir. They were 31-52 on forehead, and that paid $260,000. Holy cow. Big win for those guys. Then you're going to get to listen to the 10.5 YETI Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions, Ty Crouch and Clay Alexander. They were 32-72 on forehead, and that paid $326,000 for that team. Following that, you got the 9.5 Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions, Bud Swagel and Mike Foster. They were 35-65 on forehead, and I believe that was the biggest payout of the week at the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale 15, with $352,000. Oh, could you imagine bringing that home? That's mind blown. That's an awesome way to end off your year. And finally, we got in the 8.5 Resistol Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions, Fairey and Tyrel Campbell. They were 37-4 on forehead, and that paid $244,000 for their team. Wow. You guys, we gotta say it again. Congratulations to all the winners of the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale. I know everyone was so excited to be back in Las Vegas this year because 2020 it was kind of a whirlwind year for everyone, and we had separate qualifiers all over the country, so it was nice to have everyone back in the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale's home base at South Point Arena. So enjoy these interviews. Carrie, thank you again for interviewing these champions, and I hope everyone has a great rest of their year and kick it off right by listening to the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions. Alright, kicking it off, we got the 11.5 Priefert World Series Team Roping champions, Joshua Comeaux and Rickey DeCuir.
Alright guys, hey, it's Carrie again. We are back today with the number 11.5 Priefert division at the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale 15. I am here with Joshua Comeaux and Rickey DeCuir. They are from, tell me where you're from, guys.
Westlake, Louisiana.
Irwinville, Louisiana.
Awesome, Louisiana. That is a long ways. How long did it take you guys to get out here?
24 hours.
24. Did you guys stop, drive straight through? Kind of tell me a little bit about your trip out here.
We stopped in Wickenburg for about 4 days. Didn't really get much done over there. This man cleaned up house.
Rickey, what'd you get done out there?
I went about 20,000, 28,000.
20. That's a pretty good way to start it off.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that helped you coming out here.
Oh,
coming to Vegas.
It made it a whole lot easier.
I bet it did.
Yes,
All right, Joshua and Rickey, you guys just won $260,000. You were high call back. I'm with, we just talked to Drew out at the Priefert Sports Desk, and I had set my camera down, and I barely got it up in time. You were going. Tell me about that. Tell me about your short round run.
Oh, well, whenever I backed off in there, I seen that cow looking, so I didn't want to waste no time. I just took her.
I know. I think that was the way to go.
Yeah.
Did you guys make a plan that you were going to do that, or it just happened? Were you ready, Rickey, for it?
We didn't really have a plan. We didn't know we had to be. We just know we had to be clean.
Sure.
So, Comeaux knocked the start out. We drawed a good one. We got it done.
Did you make sure your healer was in there? You knew he was ready?
Yeah, I seen you.
Okay. You guys, we got a few of your friends sitting here. Let's talk to them a little bit. Who's with you guys?
I got Eddie, Marcel, Reno. What's up?
What's up, guys? So Marcel, right? That horse that you were riding, you raised him?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that horse a little bit.
I bought him when he was 8 months old.
8 months, okay.
And I raised him up until he was 2 and got him going and took on to it pretty good, and he's been just solid ever since.
Yeah, it sounded like people around your area must kind of know that horse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you call him?
Cornbread.
Cornbread?
Everybody knows cornbread.
How old is he now?
He's 12.
So you've had him, have you always roped on him, or has he gone through a few people?
No. I bought him at 8 months old. I used him and then I passed him on.
Cool. So are you guys related? How do you two know each other? Marcel and...
What's up, Dad?
Cool. Very cool.
That's fine.
Perfect. And then I think I heard you guys had some more family coming tomorrow. Is that right?
Yeah, my mom's coming down with my girlfriend.
Yeah. Have you guys talked to him yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all hyped up at home.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Rickey, tell me a little bit about the horse you were riding today.
It's Bean. He's a 7-year-old. We bought him from the stockyard. From the weekly stockyard. We thought it was gonna be a dink.
Really?
But he actually turned out to be pretty good.
So you didn't even have any expectations. You just
No.
did he have any rope experience that you knew of, or
He barely rode around.
yeah?
And he really doesn't ride around really good. But he's pretty good to rope on. He's been good to me.
Awesome. Now you guys are both pretty young. How old are you, Joshua?
I'm 23.
23?
I'm 28.
28. Have you guys been out here to Vegas to rope before?
Yes, ma'am. It's my third time.
Third time. Have you made any short rounds
Never
or
made the short round. We never even had a chance to make the short round.
really?
This is my first time.
First time out here.
dance.
Awesome. Anything else kind of coming in here today that anything interesting, crazy?
And me and Comeaux roped together. We roped outside in 811. We roped in the Heartland before, and we roped in this 11. Comeaux hadn't missed a steer yet. I legged 2 to be pretty good, and I missed the third one over here in the Heartland. I wasn't gonna miss this one.
You bet.
I told him
You
before
didn't.
we went in. I told him I ain't gonna leg another one.
Yeah.
Let me lead into that just a little bit. So you guys went to Wickenburg, got here a couple days before this finale.
ma'am.
Did you guys rope outside or anything like that?
Yeah, me roped outside in 11.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your header's just been turning them for you
Oh, yeah.
nonstop.
He hadn't made a mistake yet.
I love it. I love it. Do you guys? Did you guys qualify together? Where? Tell me about that.
No, we just entered.
Just entered.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you guys practice a bunch together? Did you do any pre-gaming before you came out here?
We planned to do some pre-gaming, but I come out here 2 weeks early to go to Wickenburg, so we
Mm-hmm.
didn't get to do no practicing together or nothing, so we just kind of winged it.
Just winged it, huh?
And
It
made
worked
it work.
out. It
Oh,
worked
yeah.
out to $260,000. That's all right. So you guys took home a bunch of prizes. Resistol hats. You guys get to go to dinner at Michael's. It's worth it. It's worth the trip. So your mom. You said your mom and your girlfriend are coming out, so you might have to spoil them a little bit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty awesome place. The HD Holden bronzes. Those are just cool to have. Have those forever. A Yeti cooler, saddle pads, cactus saddles, and Luberson prize pack. So you guys are set. And you guys, tell me, do you have anything else coming up this week, or are you guys done?
I rope again Friday in the 9.
Friday in the 9?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm done. This is my last one. We headed home in the morning.
Are you?
Yeah.
24 straight hours?
Oh, yeah, 24 straight hours. That's the plan.
You gonna stop, or are you gonna?
We're going to try not to stop.
Yeah.
But maybe.
See how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, you guys, congratulations. That was an awesome win. The biggest payout so far of our finale. Congratulations. Let's go celebrate.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
All right.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fun times. I hope they did go eat at Michael's. That sounds splendid right now. Now we got the 10.5 YETI Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions, Ty Crouch and Clay Alexander.
We are here with the winners of the number 10.5 YETI Finale at the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale 15. Ty Crouch and Clay D. What do you go by, Clay?
Clay Dan. It's like
Clay Dan.
like Billy Bob, but different.
All right, that's kind of what I heard.
Clay
But
Dan.
Clay Dan Alexander. Ty, tell us where you're from.
Weatherford, Texas.
Weatherford, Texas. And Clay, how about you?
Yeah, picture just right north of
Okay, awesome. You guys, you just won $326,000. How are you feeling?
Yeah, the money part doesn't really seem real yet, but
Sure.
Feeling pretty good.
pretty pumped. Just glad
Yeah.
I didn't mess up.
You know, on that note, just break down your runs for us today. You know, tell us kind of a lot of teams in this roping. The 10's one of the biggest ropings of the week. You know, what were your steers like?
I thought we drew good all day.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I thought we just talked about just making our run that we have at the house. We practice a lot together. We rope a lot together, known each other a long time. And I thought it really worked out. Like we just kind of capitalized and didn't make any mistakes and stayed kind of in our run.
Absolutely. You guys came back high call. Like I think we were just talking, I think this is the third roping in a row that high call won, and that doesn't always happen. So, you know, especially in the 10, sometimes it gets tricky there at the top. You know, what were you guys thinking sitting there waiting, and were you nervous? Did you talk to each other?
I wasn't. Yeah, we didn't talk much about the roping. Just kind of
Chit chat?
the first three. It was just, I mean, nothing super fast. We were, under 9 on the first three. We were 7 and 2/8. It just was feeling so good that we didn't, need to really talk about.
Just
Normally
felt
there's
good.
one that you had to get by, or whatever, but today, I don't feel like there was one
easy
we had to
peasy.
get by, or either one of us did something. I kind of missed my dolly there in the short run, but
That's what I heard you say. I was videoing, so sometimes it's hard to see exactly what happened. But tell us about that short run.
I kind of got high where I tried to be all day, and the steers kind of got tight. I don't know, nerves or
Yeah.
whatever, bobbled a little bit. But
When you did finally come tight, did you know you'd won, or were you kind of
no, I
waiting
didn't.
to
We
hear?
had quite a few. We had 10, 11 seconds, I think,
Yeah.
there. So if it kept,
I felt like we
Get
were
tight,
pretty
get
focused
tight,
all
yeah.
day. I thought
Yeah.
everything was tight. Like we just stayed in our run. Like just keep making
Sure.
the run that we have at the house, that when nobody's there or just our family's there, just the practice run that we work on.
Yeah.
And 4/8 is really what we were after today. We talked about that a lot coming out and building up to today was just stay in your run, and that's an 8-second run, and it really worked out good today.
Absolutely. Something, they've added the third arena. This is the first year. Have you guys, number one, tell me a little bit about your finale history. Have you been here? Have you not? And then let's touch on that third arena and how that flow kind of worked out today.
Yeah, we were here. We roped in the 10.
2016.
several years ago,
Any luck then?
No.
No.
I think I missed the first one. And,
Sure.
We didn't have
catch
any
up
luck.
after that.
Have either of you made a short round here at the finale before?
For a short run.
For a short round?
Yeah.
That's
First
pretty.
time I made short round.
That's
here.
cool. I mean, I think I've been coming here and interviewing people for 5, 6, 7 years now. I don't know. I've lost track.
Yeah.
But it's incredible to me how many people it's their first short round at the finale. It's something we all kind of watch and aspire to. So I guess in your guys' perspective, what advice might you give somebody? Like, we're all kind of out here playing this game, and this is what we want to do.
I think interrupt.
Interrupt, I like it.
The first of the week. And,
Yeah.
The past 2 years that I went, I flew in one year, rode somebody else's horse, tried to hill in 13, didn't get very good.
Sure.
Then me and Ty that year, I had one run, entered in one jackpot outside we placed in, but this way, it can get you down, but, you got time to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of
How about you, Ty?
went all the way, like
Yeah.
max out.
Maxed out.
that's it.
Awesome.
What we were planning on runs.
Had you guys roped together in the 11 or anything else prior, outside or?
We roped in the 10.
We roped in the 10
We
outside.
roped
10
in
outside?
3
Roped in
10s
10.
with no.
Yeah. No luck in any of them?
No.
Sorry, it just takes that one.
That's
You
right.
guys hit
Yeah.
the right one.
Yeah.
So Clay, you got Clay Dan all the time?
Yeah.
Or just
whatever.
you go answer to Clay
Whatever's
too?
easier.
All right, Clay Dan. You already put that buckle on.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Those
I
look
like
pretty.
it.
Those look pretty darn
Correct.
sharp.
They're great.
Yep, those are awesome. Let's backtrack a little bit. Tell me about the horses you were riding. Ty, how about you?
This horse has really helped my roping a bunch that I'm riding right now.
That's so important.
He's really given me a lot of confidence to help me a bunch.
What do you call that horse?
We call him Oro. O-R-O.
O-R-O. Cool. What do you know about have you had him a while?
I bought him from a guy in Muskogee, Oklahoma about 1.5 years ago.
Okay, so not too long.
Yeah.
You guys just clicked?
Yeah, and he's easy to get
pretty
along
right off.
with.
One of the
ride that horse.
Absolutely. Do you know how old he is?
He's 12.
12. Perfect. And how about you, Clay?
I've had that horse. I used to head
Okay.
mostly, and kind of family and everything. I just tried to find a really good heel horse before I had my first kid, so I figured that was the last one I was going to get.
Yeah.
So I've been healing for 4 or 5 years now. But I bought that horse, and he was 6 then. He's the own son of Smart Little Luna.
Okay.
I got him from a guy there in Weatherford, Money Creek.
Okay.
He's great. He's well built now.
Isn't that crazy when our horses outdo us?
Yeah. He's a man. He's super broke. And
That's cool.
I call him Diddler, but he's got a funny personality.
I love it.
With everything.
Ty, your son is here with us. Tell us who else is here.
My son and my wife got to come out here and
That's
walk
awesome.
this road. Yeah.
And it's Tex, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tex, you're 10?
Yes, ma'am.
You gonna be out here one of these days?
11 more years. We're heading for it.
Absolutely. Anything else kind of, you guys had a decent drive. Did you guys stop in Wickenburg or do any practice before you came out here or anything?
One day at the downtown arena, Sunday in Arizona.
Have any luck there? Or nothing?
Not really,
No,
Man, it's
I don't know.
crazy.
He made a short round. I made a short round with other partners, and we didn't scratch there.
Yeah. I'm
But-
heading in healing this
yeah.
week, so there's been a lot of runs that no success.
Didn't come together. Yeah, absolutely. Now, did you guys qualify or did you just enter together?
We
Yeah.
qualified at Stephenville.
Yeah, we qualified in the 9 actually,
Okay.
and then I got raised to 6.
Okay.
Forced it.
And then you guys decided to go ahead and move up,
Uh-huh.
rope in the 10.
I'd already had some from last year, and so
Okay. Worked out. Awesome. Well, you guys, what are you going to do with that $326,000? Any plans?
I don't know. Try to spend those.
Not really.
No.
I'll get-
Hold on to
I'll
it for a
get rid of
while.
something, yeah.
It's
I got
pretty
a
easy to
third
find
kid
something to do.
on the way.
Third kid?
Yeah.
Awesome. When's your third kid due?
June.
June. That's the second finale winner with the kid on the way. It's funny how those
Yeah.
things
So,
work
yeah,
out, you know?
Universe for going out.
It does. It's pretty cool. Awesome. You guys, well, thank you for being here it's just incredible to see people come out here. It's been 2 years since we've been able to be here. So I don't know how you guys feel, but it feels good to us to be back out here. And
Yeah, we were practice 7 ready last year, and we ended up going to Decatur.
did you go to that mega qualifier out there? Yeah. I mean, for what happened last year, we were able to, I think, as a community of team ropers, really come together and, they threw those mega qualifiers together and they paid great and gave everybody a place to go in a few different areas. I was at the one in Wickenburg and it was super successful, but it's so good to be back here. So thanks for making the trip, and you guys get out there and celebrate. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
So fun. Now we got the big winners, the 9.5 Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions, Bud Swagel and Mike Foster.
Hey guys, it's Carrie DeCastro back at you from the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale number 15. We just wrapped up the number 9.5 presented by Ariat. I'm here with Bud Swagel and Mike Foster. They are our champions, and they just picked up $352,000. It is the biggest team roping in the history of our sport. You guys, what are you feeling right now?
It hasn't set in. It really hasn't set in yet. Incredible. Just great roping between the both of us, and we slipped by our short goose steer. Thank God Mike got him healed.
Mike, how are you feeling?
Oh, it's like a marathon, and you're still stretching for the tape. You can't quite believe it yet, but long time coming. Worked. I roped off and on for 40 years. So
Okay.
Long time.
Oh wow. On that note, Mike, Bud, how do you guys know each other? Give us some background on your partnership here.
Tell them about the story.
Oh,
about the bridles that we met.
they have the rope ties deal that you buy when you tie the rope ties. Anyway, I had one.
Red ties.
I had one on the side of my bit for almost a year, and I kept. Every time Bud would see me, he'd come up and say, "You still got that tie on there? Your bit's gonna fall off going down the arena." So I left it on there, just in between. And then my youngest boy, little Michael Campbell, had one on there for over a year. And then Dylan's like, oh, it ain't gonna fall off. So then I left it on there to tease him for a while. Then he's like, oh, you're gonna go down there and your bit's gonna fall off. Your bit's gonna. So that's how we got to know each other.
I love it.
This was actually the first 4 steers we ever got stretched.
Ever.
Yeah, we roped what, 4 times?
About 3 or 4 times we roped together.
The whole series, and then this year's been kind of tester. Anyway, we got to here, and he was happy to rope with me, and we were happy to enter. So, and here we are. We outlasted him. You know,
that's awesome.
And there's a little more story to that. The bread tie.
Let's hear it.
I had a partner that I was roping with that was heading for me, and I was heeling for him. And Mike was putting a bread tie or a rope tie on his bridle, and I said, no. As soon as my header turned me a steer and his bridle is not going to fall off, and he kind of got upset at me and said, hey, I've had one on here for a year.
It's not going anywhere.
I said, partner, we're going to go over, I'm going to find a piece of wire, and we're going to tie these heads all together.
To tease him for a while.
And from then on, we just kind of paid attention to each other's roping, and we got to rope a few times together. And
so then if this was your first 4 steers to come tied on, you did not qualify.
We didn't. I did not. He did.
Mike, you qualified and got Bud as a partner?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I qualified in Buckeye last year, and then with my son-in-law, and then he moved up a division, so we're actually 11 now. And,
okay.
Yeah.
That put you out of it. How long ago did you guys decide to rope in Vegas this year?
About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So have you guys practiced together?
No,
ever?
we haven't got a chance to rope together.
We practiced 4 today.
4. That's the perfect 4 too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Break your runs down for us a little bit. You know, we have the 3rd arena here this year. I don't know if either of you, let me know if you've been here before. Kind of what was that flow like for you today?
You know, this arena, I haven't been in it much. I was in it one other time in 2019. A partner talked me into coming here, and we actually won big in a
awesome
qualifier, a Vegas qualifier, in an 11 roping. And anyhow, shortly after that, I got my number raised, and then kind of been a little steady from then on. But I was in this arena, so my horse that I won today on is familiar with this arena. And anyhow, I felt pretty good there. I did rope yesterday in the 10. And I roped 3 steers out there, and unfortunately it didn't work out with my other partner and I. But I felt really confident in that.
Yeah.
And just trying to read these cattle, they were great cattle, but some low-headed guys and some short horns, and I was a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah.
But,
what'd you draw today?
So the 4 steers we drew were excellent. I mean, I got a little late start on a couple of them. I felt that I got out late because the only thing that helps me in my team roping is getting a good start.
Being aggressive.
I'm not a guy that goes and makes 6, 7 second runs. And so I told myself, I said, you know what, just go out and look at your spot. I'm a guy that don't look at the whole picture. I got to look at a spot, and I look at the left horn buckle on the horn wrap. And I said nothing else. I said, once we made it to the short round, I said, I'm not going to let any of this bother me or the money or nothing. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to rope every steer and just look at my spot and try to handle cattle. I've been struggling handling cattle lately.
Been something you've been working on a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've got a full-time job, and to be honest with you, I don't get to practice. My practice is going to jackpots, which I don't do a lot, but I follow the World Series. And then Vegas week, I was down for a week, and seriously, I spent about $3,000 or $4,000 and didn't win anything in the last 2 weeks in entry fees.
You just made up for it.
And I did. I did. I told myself, you know what? I'm going to go rope 4 steers clean for Mike. And I've watched Mike heal so much, and I just he's a little bit older than I am, and he takes wise decisions, or he makes wise decisions and takes great shots. So he waited him out.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that shot. I did go back, watched your video from the short round. Mike, that steer maybe looked a little tricky. Like, did you kind of have to think that through?
No, it's like Dylan, my youngest, he's like, just throw it, just throw it. And that's all I did. He was 2 foot to the left of me when he got done going, switching. He got by a lot of people. Our 3rd cow, he was a tough one. That was the turning point of the whole deal. He really ran. I don't know what we were on, a 9 or 10.
We were 9 out there on him.
But he really picked him up and put him down in that 2nd arena. But we got past him. That was I felt that. Well, the last one too. Our first 2 were great, and then the second 2 were different. Challenge. But anytime you're going to get in these, you're going to get a challenge. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's. I'd been at this one This is my third trip. Once heading, we made the short year before last in 11, and right at the end, and then that's the only time that I had made the big arena in the runs at here. So
yeah. What'd you think about that outdoor arena, that new setup, since you have been here a couple times?
I like it. I would like to see them make a track for the people
to get out there,
and then because they're in danger, and then a track for the horses, too, because you get out there. And I was worried about the.
So you've got a lot of family here. So were they just trying to hustle around and come and watch you guys?
Yeah, they came. Well, even yesterday, but it's a trip, even if you know what's going on.
It is.
But if they had a little more. It's just. I guess it's a hustle. It's a hustle for everybody to make it happen.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Let's go back a little bit, Mike. What do you do for a living? And Mike, where are you from?
Arizona, Santan Valley. I work in Globe, Miami. Yeah, and then I have electric business, and then I'm an electrician at the mines.
Okay.
And,
yeah. You were giving us a hard time for our cord setup out here, huh? I heard.
Oh, I was picking on you. That's what I do. And then I do a lot of. I'm kind of the people that deem me the electrician for the Cowboys in Arizona. I do a lot of arenas and barns and
excellent
on the side. And then after
Arizona native.
Yeah, after March, I'm just going to my business.
Okay. That's exciting. This will help a little bit with that.
Oh, yeah.
Take that
I've been
next
bragging
step.
to all the guys at work. Now I can go show them.
Yeah.
I'll take the big check and go in the safety meeting.
Yep.
Next week.
Bud, how about you? What do you do?
So I actually work for the state of Arizona. I work for ADA. I'm a heavy equipment operator for them. And I'm the guy that spends countless hours in the winter plowing these highways so they're safe. People.
Now, snow in Arizona.
Huh?
Snow in Arizona?
Oh, absolutely. Down the I-40 gets past.
It does.
Prescott and so yeah.
Where do you live? What town do you live in?
I actually live in Dewey.
Okay.
Dewey, Arizona. And and then I cowboy a little bit on Fairey Ranch for Fairey Land and Cattle.
Excellent.
And
let's talk horsepower. Bud, we'll start with you on this one. What were you riding today?
So I'm riding a 13-year-old horse. He's a Sunfrost horse, and my boy was junior roadie on AGRA, and we were looking for a good horse for him. And I didn't have a lot of money to spend on horses, and I've cowboyed since I was a teenager. I haven't got into team roping until I was in my mid-30s, and but I cowboyed prior to that.
Sure.
They want everything done right at this roping outside. You catch the rope one around the neck and catch him by a hind leg, it's legal. Out here, there's 3 legal head catches. So it's a little different, trying to get it all in perspective. But that horse, I got him from some friends, Danny and Georgia Mundell.
Okay.
And they did not want to sell the horse at all. And he had about,
Peter.
I believe he had about 90 days on him.
Okay.
And anyhow, we purchased that horse and
I am a Sunfrost bred fan. That's the horse I ride, is Sunfrost, double Sunfrost in fact, and I would take 10.
He is so awesome, yeah. And so we got him as a 3-year-old, just barely a 3-year-old, and he had 90 days on him, and we took him, cowboyed on him a little bit, and then my boy and I worked a bunch on him.
And what do you call that horse?
His name's Tuffy.
Tuffy?
Yeah. And
he lives up to it?
Oh yeah, he's come a long ways, and everything that he does wrong is because I'm steering him wrong. That horse with the right roper on him is just a jam up horse, and he's been a horse that's taken me to the pay window a handful of times. And
do you know his registered name by chance?
I don't.
That's all right.
I'm a guy that I don't ride papers. I ride horses.
Yep.
And so anyhow, to be quite honest with you, it sounds funny, but it doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Besides the fact of how he's bred.
Yep. And how about you? What were you riding on the head side today?
Boogie's his name.
Boogie.
Because he can. And he's the best thing happened to me. Dylan, my youngest boy, bought him from Trevor Nallo. Right after the COVID deal, the last time we were here, and I won that $6,000
in 2019
on the pay horse.
Okay.
I got him right after that, and he's a bad man. Boogie's a bad man. He can. You seen? I think I wanted to check see if I won the lap time on the victory lap.
The victory lap?
I think he holds the record. Boogie holds the record. So.
I like it.
He can't go.
It was a fun victory lap. What's that feel like? What does that victory lap feel like?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
It's been a lifetime waiting for it. I run that victory lap in my life so many times. Every time I seen it, years and years. Every time I see one of these, I run that victory lap in my head. Every time I see a short goal, make even my youngest, the whole family, you got to watch it. It's part of the game. You can't duck your head. You got to keep trying. It's just that. But that's why I hit it again. I'd like to watch the. If somebody, Shai's probably got it. Somebody's got the video from up above. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was unbelievable.
Best feeling ever. I can't even imagine. That's so awesome, you guys. You guys were fourth call back, is that right?
Yeah.
Fourth high call.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit what you were feeling coming into it, sitting there watching. What were you thinking?
I was a little bit nervous, not a lot. I was a little bit nervous, and my horse he gets a little jammed up and he gets a little antsy, and I was walking around in circles and whatever, but all I could think about on this short go steer, I didn't care about the money, I didn't care about the numbers or whatever he's doing. The only thing I could think about is getting in there quick enough to count my steer down and see what steer I had and how he was acting and shoot. Cowboying my whole life, I've learned how to read cattle.
That's so important. It's so important.
That's one of the main things I got going for me that gives me the advantage in team roping. And I looked at my steer, and he didn't have overly big horns. Or there was a couple before that had some really nice horns, and I was like, wow, man, I wish that. And
Does that ever get in your head? I know
it does get in my head.
Because sometimes when I'm roping, and I look at I get like this tiny set of horns. I'm like, oh.
So I'm a low numbered header. I'm a 4+, and I can look really good on some days and just look really terrible on others. And one thing I've been practicing too is neck roping some of these steers because I can rope muleys pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just told myself, I said, you know what? Let's look at his horns. I saw his horns, and I was like, you know what? If he's right, I'm just going to stick it on his horns. If he's slow-headed, I'm going to stick it around his neck, And so anyway, I looked that steer over and I said, you know what? Just look at your spot and go be smooth. Don't try to be fast. Just go be smooth. And that's what Mike and I did.
Cool. Mike, you mentioned you must have won a pretty good check here in 2019.
Yeah.
So you've kind of at least been in that upper end of the short round.
We just made it was the other end. It was on the
consolation.
No, right at the beginning they took like 45 and we were 43rd or something. So it's like you got a chance, but
you climbed up there to the top from that, yeah.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel today? What were you thinking going into that short round?
Oh, just go do what you could do.
He was praying to God I turned him a steer.
Just go do what you do. And like I said, after all this time, and trust me, I'm older, so I got to like pre-plan my stuff. And I always cinched up, and he was like, "You're cinching up already?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm old. I got to start at it early, go by the fence, and stretch a while." But it's just a tickle to be there.
Have you now, Mike? I know you had kind of a tough year.
Amen.
I think I overheard you say that now your wife has passed away this year.
August 20th. Yeah.
So sorry to hear that.
It's my daughter. Well, it was tough. It was tough on the whole deal because if you knew her, you loved her. And there was no maybe. And then this is what she. And then Vegas, we've been here for 33 years together, so it's really tough to.
Coming here together for 33 years.
So the whole thing is a big wave, big tidal wave, with emotion and stuff.
And like you said, I'm sure she's here with you guys today.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I've been interviewing people here for a lot of years now. So I don't know, maybe this is 6, 7, 8 years. And some of the stories have been incredible, people have come out here and won money, and I believe that there's a higher power out there, and it's it's incredible. And
she's over us tonight watching us, there's no doubt. And I didn't want to mention much of that, but that's the reason Mike and I didn't get to rope. He had family needs to go and take care of, and I wasn't concerned about it one bit. But that's exactly why we couldn't do it. He called me one day.
But that was both our goals, me and my wife both, to be here and to be a champion.
Did she rope as well?
No, she had the hardest.
Big supporter.
She had the hardest job in the house, the rodeo mom.
That's a tough one. That's a tough job.
Yeah, and trying to make junior rodeo fees, horses, ropes, you name it, wranglers, your clothes.
What is your wife's name?
Delinda.
Delinda.
That's her name, yeah.
Well, she left a great legacy in this cutie that's right here with you today. What's you've got your granddaughter here.
Brady.
What's her name?
Brady J.
Brady J.
You know, tell him Brady. Tell him Brady. Yeah, she's just like her mom, which is just like her grandma and her great grandma. She's a character.
She's a cutie.
She's a keeper.
You gonna be a roper?
Yeah. Well, Boogie's gonna be. Hopefully, she'll catch up to him. She can be some calf horse and a
Absolutely.
breakaway horse for her. So.
You bet. You guys, $352,000. I feel like it's maybe time to go celebrate. What's the plan here?
It's only $173,000.
So I'll be honest. I sold out. I sold my house in October because I figured, working for the state, you never get ahead. You just get a paycheck. Great. I work with a bunch of great people as well, but I sold my place thinking I'd get ahead and move into a little ranch house. But it's totally off grid. It's tough living. Most people wouldn't live there.
So you moved out there.
I sold my house and moved out there. Yeah, so I moved out there, and I'm totally like wood burning stove for heat and propane for refrigerator and stove and hot water, and then solar for power and windmill for water. So it's been a big change because I built a house in 2006 and sold it just to get ahead, and it was paid off, so it worked out good. And then I sold 6 acres my dad and I had invested together, and so I walked away with a big wad of money. If I hadn't had that money in there and had this kind of money or more, it would have been a huge shocker. But that's a huge check and it means a lot. But the memories are made with Mike, and just getting those 4 steers down. If we just won saddles, it would have been just as cool to me. I mean, I'm being honest. The money's cool. I'll probably never win one like this again.
But you spend it and it's gone.
I gotta go.
The memories are there forever.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and be able to have Mike call me up and want to rope with me, it's a blessing.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've had some great partners come and go, and it's like my partner in the 10, Ariel Zambrano. He stuck through it with me, and in 2019, him and I actually won the Patriot down here.
Oh, cool.
It didn't pay that kind of money, but $26,000 to win the average, and then $2,000 for the fast time in the short round. So I've been in the winner circle, very minimal of decent checks. And then in 2019 also I come here and roped in the 11 and went from 4th high call back to 1st right here in this arena.
Wow.
And won over 16,000 in a qualifier. So those are my 2 biggest ropings I've ever won.
Biggest wins.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's a great feeling, but there's so much in between time that you just put money and fuel and feed and trailers and trucks, and it's like
what are we really doing here? What we're really doing is making memories and building a community, and you can't walk through this place without running into somebody and it's just the coolest thing, and everybody, that place, the last 3 nights when it didn't matter who would have won, the crowd went crazy. Everybody kind of supports each other.
We all do, and what? You're never rooting for anybody to do bad. I've seen buddies out there, and they had some great times, better times than we did on 2 steers, and I said, man, go get them. I said, kick their butt, I just appreciate everybody out there roping. In this community, even though it's so, it's huge now.
Isn't it incredible?
It's
the
growing
growth
so huge,
is incredible.
The tough part about going team ropings anymore, I was down in Wickenburg for Vegas week, and a week prior to that, I actually had COVID, and then I was cleared on that, but I couldn't go back to work. So I went down there and roped, and I spent a lot of money, and I was like, it's kind of like a slot machine. I just kept putting it in.
Getting nothing out.
I did good, then my partners did, and then they, it just is back and forth. And the only thing that's tough anymore in this world is how small you say it is. If you go to these ropings anymore, 500 teams in a roping, it's not like it was when I first started.
No, it's not. It's not. Like you said, down there in Wickenburg, you can go to a jackpot every day, and I'm going to just reverse exactly what I just said, not know anyone. And be like, I don't know a single person here today.
So during Vegas weeks, to agree with you, is I went down there, I couldn't find partners. I had to draw in because if I did have any guys that I've roped with in the past, they were already full.
Yep.
And that goes to my head off and on.
But the growth of the sport is such that you guys just got the biggest paycheck of all time. So
that is
like,
incredible.
you know, like you and Drew were talking at the Priefert Sports Desk earlier. Is it going to get bigger? Every year, Denny would say, "Oh, it's not going to get any bigger," and then the next year it got bigger, and the next year it got bigger, and I think we'll just keep seeing growth, and it's awesome for what we do, you know, to bring some money to it, and it's cool.
It is, and you know, again, I just want to say thanks to all the staff and the people that put this on. I mean, people all the way down into the catering businesses that got to feed us. You know,
Takes everybody.
You
Yeah.
guys do an incredible job here with Ariat, and this place is just run so smooth and when I come here, I'm confused. When I come here in 2019 to this World Qualifier, you know, there was only 2 arenas.
Yeah.
And anyhow, so then I was like scrambling to find out where to go and whatever. And my girlfriend's like, "Babe, you're in a panic. Just settle down." I said, "No, you don't understand. I'm here to row."
It's nerve-wracking,
And
you know.
I gotta know where to go, when to go,
Yeah.
be there. And I watched a couple guys, and I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. There were 666 teams, I believe, in this number 9, and I'm impressed that I only heard 2 or 3, maybe 2 people that was going to get turned out, and they were running to make it. And it's difficult to hear some stuff. You've got to be crowded up there, and there's too many people on the spot. But they do a great job.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is thank you guys for everything you do.
Well,
And
thank you. I mean, you know, you guys, we have ropers travel from across the country. The guys last night or the night before came from Louisiana.
Absolutely.
24-hour drive.
I watched that team, the brothers, win. I went down. I didn't go down there, but I waited and shook their hands, and they put a tough roping on. And
Oh, man.
kept first high call, you know. But no, it's just incredible.
It is. It
These
really
people
is.
around here, but you know, again, and every roping, because we rope from the small to the big ropings, the chute help. Them people that run those chutes and the strip and shoot as well, I can't thank them enough.
Oh, and it is repetitive, and they do it all day
You got no
long.
place to go, they're stuck there all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And they
But I just want to thank you guys at Ariat again. It's you guys
Thank
put
you.
on a heck of a show.
Thank you guys.
Make it happen.
Thank
If
you.
it wasn't for
That was fun. All right, we're going to finish off this episode listening to the 8.5 Resistol Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale champions, Mac Fairey and Tyrel Campbell.
We just wrapped up the number 8.5 Resistol Finale at the Ariat World Series of Team Roping Finale 15. I'm here with Mac and Tyrel. They just won $244,000. Hey guys,
Hi.
how are you feeling?
Overwhelmed.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Listen, Mac, I want to jump right into this story. I have heard your name before. I have seen you here before, but you've never won.
No, never won.
Tell me what's gone on for you here at the finale.
I've had some pretty bad luck. I've been second high callback and didn't get it done. Yesterday I was fifth high callback in the 9 and I missed. I've hauled 6 horses up here that have won the finale. So I've hauled several saddles home, and
Oh wow.
yeah, it's trophies and everything else. It's a good time to be carrying my own stuff.
This time is yours.
It's
That's
mine.
awesome. That is so cool. Mac, where are you from?
I live in Moody, Texas.
Okay.
And I work in Temple, Texas.
Okay, excellent. Tyrel, how about you? Tell us where you're from, a little bit about you.
Originally from down south, Refugio, Texas. I live in Graham now.
Graham, Texas?
Yes,
Okay. So how far apart are you guys? Tell me about your
Right at
partnership.
3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you guys qualify to
Yep.
come out here?
We qualified in Hamilton, I
Yep.
guess, in
January
February.
22nd or something like that.
Okay.
We don't get to rope very much together.
That was my next question. So
Nope.
did you guys do any pre-gaming before coming out here at all?
Counting that time, we roped 3 others probably
others, yeah.
for the year.
Yeah.
This was number 4.
Perfect. Let's talk horsepower. Mac, what were you riding today on the
I'm
head
riding
side?
a 11-year-old AQHA Bay gelding named Chip. He's just fits me perfectly. He's not 100% on everything he does, but man, he got me there today, and that's what
Works for you.
matters.
That's
So,
what
yeah, he
matters.
fits me good.
Absolutely. Tyrel, how about you? What were you riding?
Riding a little 5-year-old dun mare that I got from O'Brien Ranch down from Refugio. That she, my good horse got crippled a little over a year ago, and she got broke into it last January.
She didn't have a chance, huh?
That's yeah. she
Sometimes
had
that's
no
the way
choice.
they come
She had
along.
no choice, and
Yeah.
she's done great.
What do you call her?
Cookie.
Cookie,
Yeah, my
that's
kids
cute.
name everything.
Yep. How many kids do you have? You had
3.
Three.
I got 3. Yeah.
Yep, they were all here today. I
Yes,
saw in the
ma'am.
picture. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lots of family and friends here, you guys?
Oh yeah, mom, dad, wife, and all the kids.
Excellent. Let's talk about what do you guys do for a living back home? Mac, how about you? Start
I'm a
there.
police officer,
Oh, cool. Very cool.
assistant deputy chief in Temple. I've been
Okay.
there for 20 years. So.
Awesome.
I just
about
work
you,
in the
Ty?
oil field.
That's
It
awesome.
Yeah, one day to the next, some days it's booming, some days it's not.
That's how that industry will go,
Yeah,
right? You know?
It.
Have you guys roped out here? Have you guys ever roped out here together?
Never.
This
is
was
our
your
first. Matter of fact, this is our first year to go. He
Well,
kind of quit roping for a long
Yeah,
time.
You did?
the hurricane kind of got us.
Okay.
I didn't think it was right to be roping while our house was tore up. And
Did
like
they
I said,
get it got your house?
Yeah, well, yeah, when we were living in Refugio,
Okay.
it tore it down pretty bad. And then by the time, contractors and everybody were pretty busy. So by the time they came around 3 days before it was scheduled to be worked on, it burnt to the ground.
What?
Yeah.
What
so
happened?
I don't know. I
you
guess
guys
they had
know?
an electrical shortage
Really?
or something in there. And I didn't figure it was right me to be roping while the family was in a travel trailer.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense for sure.
this is my first year back after 3 years off.
Wow, good way to come back.
Yeah.
It's a great way.
That's a good way to come back.
Yeah.
I love that. I heard a little story back there. You just weren't feeling any of your ropes today. Tell me about that. What's the story there?
I came out and we drove out, and I've got a good friend of mine from back home that, he's probably one of the best headers around out from down there, and he asked me to rope and spun me a good one, and I missed him like horrible. And then roped with another guy from Graham, where I live at now. I roped with him yesterday. Same thing. He spun me a good steer, and I was kind of second guessing myself for even coming out here, and then I ended up I threw that rope away, so it's no longer with us. And I picked another one up, and it paid off.
He went in my buddy's bag and grabbed a Willard rope.
Yeah, I did.
That we get sponsored by, and he just swung it and said, "Man, this one feels
This
like
one'll do.
This one will do." And
yeah.
You gonna give it back? You gonna keep that one?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep it.
Yeah, keep that.
Probably hang it on the wall.
Frame
I
it
think he
up.
needs to
Put
get him
it.
some $100 bill for that rope.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, if I recall, I think that friend of yours may have won a finale or two.
Yeah.
Right?
He's one too.
So that is Eric Randall.
That is
Yes.
Eric Randall. We've seen him up here twice. He's won at heading and heeling.
That's correct.
Was it the 9 that he won or the 10? The 10. So
No,
he's
I just want to make
very
the record known that he missed for me in the 9 a couple of years ago. In the short go, second high callback. Somebody I could count on right here. Eric.
Oh, poor Eric. Poor Eric.
Not poor Eric.
No, not poor
Eric's
Eric.
used to it.
So if you've hauled, I know that did you haul his horses? What are the
I've
6
hauled-
horses you've hauled?
I've hauled Eric Randall's
Okay.
twice.
Okay.
I've hauled, let's see, Wes Mucas. I've hauled Clint Saunders, and I hauled a buddy won the 8
Okay.
3-4 years ago.
So what's it feel
And
like?
you hauled mine.
And I hauled his.
He hauled
He
mine.
hauled yours? Oh,
I hauled his this year.
Yeah, if
That's
you want to
perfect.
win, get in Mac's trailer.
absolutely. Mac, I'm going to be
That's it.
calling you up. I'm going to drive from Arizona to Texas and have you on my horse back out
I'm
here.
telling you. I'm telling you.
I think that's the way to go. Sounds like it. Anything else that's kind of happened today or this week that we want to hit on?
No,
Anything fun,
I
exciting?
choked in the 9 yesterday, and I just wanted to make sure I went out there and got him down today and let him do his part. Everybody's
Worked
got
out.
a job, and you have to do your own in order to make it happen. So I just wanted to make sure that I got mine knocked out.
Absolutely. And you guys were second high call. Tell me what, you had one team to sweat it out. What were you thinking? What was happening back there?
When I walked in, they said 11 seconds to take the lead. So my thought was I wasn't going to go out there and take any stupid shots or anything like that. And boy, when I came out, I think I got out good on the barrier.
It looked great. I watched it back. It looked like it was an awesome run.
And the loop left my hand when I felt comfortable. It's kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave a hand until it feels right, and it left right, and he just cleaned my trash up, and he just wheeled him down on the corner.
I wouldn't say that. Did that steer in the video? I guess when I'm videoing, it's hard to see. But did he? I think if you'd have taken one more swing, he was going to want to step a little into you a little bit.
He did step left into me
Yeah.
a little bit, which is my
You-
weakness. So
It's a tough one.
Yeah, well, low numbers. We like him going straight, or
Right.
I even kind of like him moving off a little bit to the
right,
where
yeah.
where I can actually get a little distance. But
No, you handled that steer perfect. I mean, you guys turned him right out front, right by the flagger. It was a beautiful run. High call team came out and missed, so held on.
Yeah, I gave Mac a little crap before we went in there and told him regardless I was going to throw on the corner. And
He did.
I tracked it up just a little bit, but it was better.
Yeah, that little mare looked nice.
Thank you.
She really just stayed right in there.
Being a 5-year-old.
She looked really good.
I hauled her with me to Wickenburg, and she traveled like a dream the whole time.
Awesome.
So he just came up a couple days before.
Yeah.
So you did haul his horse. That is is too funny.
I'm telling you, if you want to win, you just put him in Mac's trailer. And he
You're
doesn't
gonna
charge anything to haul him.
You're gonna have a line. You're gonna have a line out there. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I don't charge anything to haul them here. It's to get them home. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mac, I want to talk a little bit about you are a police officer.
Yes, ma'am.
What not a lot of people in this industry, I don't feel like it's kind of an uncommon. Not a lot of police officers rope. How do I kind of want to work it that way? Or do you know? I mean, how do you work that in? And talk about your job a little bit.
Well, my job mostly is a desk job. I'm an assistant chief or deputy chief, and I've been there 20 years. I'm blessed with a good chief and good people. They know how important the team roping was to me the last couple months, so I've spent a lot of time. Normally we work 14-hour days. It's not
long
uncommon.
Days. Yeah.
But to be able to, to have their support and be able to leave early, knowing that I'm going to go home and practice, we've been practicing a whole bunch. So
yeah. That's a common theme. I mean, I would say almost everybody this week put some time in the practice pen. Did you guys? I mean, did you feel like you?
I think
how
how
about you, Tyrel?
Twice. I know
twice.
His horse got hurt about
a
month before.
My horse was crippled up till about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I did. I was going to just ride her to kind of leg her up and use her a little too hard, catching cows off of her, like I shouldn't have. And I ended up crippling her. And
were you pasture roping on her? What were you doing?
Yeah, my dad runs a big ranch.
Okay.
So we went down there. He works twice a year, and they had a helicopter come in. We had to catch a bunch of yearlings out. And they had 11 inches of rain 4 days before we got there. So I kind of bogged her down in the mud, catching yearlings off of her. It was a little too much.
But that's the mare you rode.
That's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Kind of she's tough. Phone call. I know how comfortable he is on that mare, and he called me and said, "Hey, man, I got bad news." I'm thinking, "Uh-oh."
Right.
And he told me she's out for Vegas. I'm trying to find something else.
Yeah.
And luckily, he's got a good friend that.
She's got one of those magnetic thing. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, she wrapped
worked
it
on her.
A week and a half later, she called me and said there was nothing wrong with her. Took her to the vet.
That's
said
amazing.
She was 100%.
Awesome.
So I sent her to a lady there in Peaster, right down the road from the house, and she put her in.
South Point's calling.
They anyway.
Want you out of your room?
I guess so, probably. They ended up put her on a treadmill, and that lady worked her for about 2 weeks, and got her back, started roping.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's another thing. A lot of these horses they go to work on the ranch.
No, she's not exempt from.
Yep, absolutely. Well, that's amazing. She came back that fast. That's awesome.
She came back.
Very cool. Anything else, guys?
No, just thanks to the World Series of Team Roping for giving us a chance to rope for this
Thanks
much
for
money.
coming out here.
Sponsors for getting us down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still a long haul. Even Texas, we have a lot of ropers from Texas, obviously, but it's still a long haul,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
it takes. We all have to prepare for this a year, months in advance, and it's cool. It's cool to be back. We're all glad to be back after 2 years off. So, you guys got a part of it.
All right, guys, it's Caitlin Gustav again. We are signing off for the remainder of the 2021 season, and we cannot wait to see what Season 5 brings. Can you guys believe that? Season 5 of the Score podcast. So we hope you enjoyed everything, and thank you guys for listening all year long.